What is going on, guys? I know, I'm sorry, I don't have any gameplay for Division, but I do have plenty of live stream on my channel, but I did not save any clips, sadly. Not sure why I did that. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Division today. Should you buy it? Why not? Personally, I am going to pre-order the Gold Edition tomorrow. I really enjoyed the beta. I probably played for 15 to 20 hours at least in a 2-day span. So probably best game I've ever played. Um, even walking through the streets, the landscaping, just the beautiful city streets, and no street is the exact same thing, right? So like you'll be walking down one street, there'll be cars, and then the next there'll be barricades. That sounds really boring, but like they just make it look so good. And even if you have to walk all the way across the map, you're never bored. There's always something to do on the way there, whether it's NPCs or fighting other players if you're in the dark zone. Mentioning the dark zone, it's an area, maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you don't, if you just heard about the Division, want to hear about it. Dark Zone is an area you can go into and kill other players, and if you kill another player that isn't rogue, a rogue is when you're friendly and another player is friendly, and you kill that friendly person, so you become a rogue, and other players, they get points if they kill you, and you have different Dark Zone currency than the regular world, and the only way to obtain that Dark Zone currency is to obtain it in the Dark Zone. You can't sell anything and get it. So the PvE in the Dark Zone and the PvE in the regular world is very, very smooth. You can hide behind things, you can dive out of the way. It's so beautifully crafted. It's probably the best PvE PvP combat system I've ever played. The drops, super well laid out in the beta. At least I don't know if they're going to change that for when the actual game comes out, but in the beta they're really well laid out. And I'm talking about the open beta. I'm not talking about the closed beta. That was a while ago. Like I'm just talking about the open beta that happened this last weekend. They did make a couple changes to the HUD or whatever, and it looked really nice, looked really sharp. It was really easy to use. It's not difficult at all. I learned it really fast, and I'm not a fast learner at all. um, Even though that they gave us a fraction of the map for the beta, you can in the beta it shows the red line of how big the actual map will be, and that map is giant. Like it probably gave us a third, maybe less than that of the actual map that's going to come out in the full game, and like maybe a third or so of the dark zone. And the dark zone was huge. It wasn't huge as in like you can't find anybody because there was plenty of space to run around. You met people, but if you didn't want to meet people, then you just kind of stayed. You just kind of stayed in the buildings. There was plenty of entities to kill. It was awesome. Mentioning the NPCs or entities, they aren't overpowered, but at the same time they aren't underpowered. They're just a perfect balance. It's like fighting a player almost, but a little bit less. You know what I mean? Like they really got the NPCs down. I'm really happy with that. Probably the best NPCs I've ever seen in a game for skill wise. Um, for the grouping in the Dark Zone, I know I'm talking about the Dark Zone a lot because that they did only give us 2 missions in the beta to play in the regular world. There was a lot of encounters, and don't get me wrong, the regular world was really fun. Was really fun playing those missions, especially with friends. Playing in a group of 4 makes the game so much better. Even playing with one player, like I know I played with my brother a lot. That sounds really weird, but I know I was in a group with Mason a lot, and then I was in a group with Tyler, and I was in a group with Garrison one night. Those are my friends, and just in the dark zone, it was so much fun. Like we were playing against another 4 players. We went into manhunt mode. Manhunt mode is when your group kills 5 players without losing rogue. And manhunt is it'll pop up in the top corner where you are, and everybody in that game will come and try and kill you. And if you survive it, you get 600 to 700 dark zone coins. That is a pretty good find right there. But if somebody kills you, then they're gonna get that dark zone currency. So another thing, playing solo. I know I was talking about groups, but playing solo, it's really fun. It's not like any other game, right? So you go in, it's just like, oh, whatever, playing solo. Maybe I'll find a friend, right? But if you want to find a friend in in the Division, all you have to do is walk up to somebody. It's way easier if you have a microphone. All you have to do is walk up to somebody, get close to them, because it's about 10 to 15 feet away from a player. You'll be able to talk to them and hear them with the in-game sound. So yeah, and then you just hold R3 on them, or whatever the Xbox thing is, or whatever the PC thing is, and just invite them to your group. So I actually made a lot of friends that way, just in the 2 day span that I was playing. Um. So overall, this game is definitely worth the buy. Then that's just beta speaking. I don't know how much changes are gonna make, but I can only imagine that it's gonna be amazing. And the story looks amazing. They haven't released too much about that, so not to spoil it or anything. Yeah. Um, Dark Zone or no Dark Zone. Yeah, this game is all around looks really good. I have literally nothing bad to say about this game. And my favorite game has been probably Last of Us for a really long time, just for the story mode aspect of it. But this multiplayer mode, it just feels so different than any other multiplayer mode. You're in like a snowy rundown, not rundown. It's like middle of the apocalypse, and that's what I really like, because we've had a lot of games that are like either post-apocalyptic or like just before it happens. We haven't had any games as it's going on. You try and fight that back to push the apocalypse away, or whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah, this game is just blew my mind. I honestly pre-ordered it with no knowledge. I pre-ordered the regular version, and tomorrow I'm going to GameStop to cancel my pre-order